Hey guys, it's Emmanuel Morel with Bothersome Truth.
He immediately confronted and subdued that shooter. He was able to keep him on the ground until law enforcement could place him into custody. Over the next hour, school staff, firefighters, paramedics, and law enforcement worked seamlessly together to ensure the safety and security of those remaining in the school. They ensured that each child and teacher was safe and accounted for and moved to a safe location to be reunited with their families. Over the past 24 hours, the word hero has been used to describe the actions of firefighter Brock and the other responders. Well, we agree with that. But we also believe that the teachers and staff of the Townville Elementary School who protected those children in the moments following those gunshots are heroes just as well. We also believe that the entire community of Townville are also heroes for their support.
So today I got to report on yet another elementary school shooting preceded by the murder of the shooter's father, allegedly performed by the shooter himself. The 14-year-old suspect walked into Townsville Elementary School in Townsville, South Carolina. He shot 3 victims, 2 students, 1 teacher. The students he shot, 1 in the leg, the other one he shot in the foot. The teacher he shot in the arm, the shoulder, to be specific. All of them are alive. However, the father is dead in his home. The shooter is presently in police custody. So there are several aspects of this story that I want to talk about. Before I get into it, though, I want to talk about how the shooter was apprehended. I want to talk about how the shooter was stopped. How did they stop this crazy individual? You know, how did they stop this madman with a gun? With a gun. He had a gun, right? This guy had a gun, and he was shooting people with this gun. He didn't allegedly have a gun. He didn't maybe had a gun. He didn't purportedly have a gun. He had a fucking gun, and he was killing people with it. He killed his father, and he shot 2 students, 2 kids. 2 kids were shot in an elementary school, and 1 teacher. So he has a gun. He was apprehended safely and taken into police custody. Who was he apprehended by? Who is this masked individual? Actually, he's an unmasked individual. He was a firefighter. His name is Jamie Brock. Volunteer firefighter of 30 years. 30 years. So when we talk about civic duty, when we talk about civil service, this is what we're talking about. We have untold amount of story, numerous stories, innumerable stories about firefighters, civil servicemen, like firefighters, EMS, etc., who put their bodies on the line in order to protect and serve people, in order to ensure that people have a fighting chance for survival. Here's a man who went into a situation to where he could very well be killed himself and was able to detain this person, detain this 14-year-old unstable 14-year-old without any undue casualties. And of course, he did so unarmed. So why can't police do that? Isn't that exactly what they're intended to do? Isn't that exactly what they're designed to, isn't that their purpose? Right? I got something in my shirt here. Let's go ahead and get that. Like, isn't that their purpose, right? So a lot of this is disheartening. So this is the same South Carolina that was able to apprehend Dylan Roof into police custody. And Dylan Roof was, of course, was the crazed individual who went to a church, a black church, sat in the pews with them and prayed and sang for hours, and then only to repay them by shooting them and killing 9. So we have a history of being able to take into custody shooters, right? Like there's something that we can do, right? Or people who are dangerous assailants. We have the ability to take these people into custody without killing them permanently, right? For instance, the guy who had the bath salts, or who had something, and he was going around biting people's faces off like The Walking Dead. We were able to take that guy into custody. That guy is somewhere in Arkham Asylum right now, and he's perfectly fine. Well, as fine as you can be, and he's going to receive due process. But why can't black people have the same expectation of due process? Why is it that whenever police simply assume black people have a possession of the firearm, which is their Second Amendment right, they're gunned down in the streets? Like, somebody, please answer that. You can answer the question. It's a rhetorical question. It's not a rhetorical question. It's a direct question to you, audience member. Answer me, please. Why is it that police are able to get away with doing this without any kind of ramifications whatsoever? And in fact, in many cases, police are able to shoot and kill black people, like Darren Wilson, for instance, and be rewarded with nearly $1 million, with over $1 million. With over $1 million, this guy was able to raise through GoFundMe and Kickstarter campaigns. So why does that double standard exist?
I understand that they're angry and they want justice. They want restitution. However, if you open the floodgates like this, which is the position of the Obama administration, do you realize how many places we bomb? Do you realize we've hit weddings? There's been hospitals hit. We have hit civilians. I mean, our drone bombings hit civilians like 90% of the time.
Hope you enjoyed our dose of bothersome truth. We are constantly prescribing the medicine of truth. If you have any suggestions or would like to have your truth explored on the show, email us at bothersometruth@gmail.com. The best way to get your next dose is to subscribe, share our truth with your friends and family, and we can save the world together.